Hi, I'm Michaela with TechWise Academy, and today we're going over one of my favorite sites, which is code.org. I really like this as an educator because it makes tracking student progress, adding students to a class account. It makes all of that super easy, and I've got a lot of great resources built in with code.org. So for those reasons, I love it. On a student perspective, it's very versatile because it's got grades kindergarten through onwards, and it's got characters that students recognize. It has celebrity videos in it, and they're using popular media platforms such as Minecraft. And so today we're actually going to be doing a Minecraft hour of code. And then on the screen, we'll go to, this is just code.org, we'll go to learn. We'll scroll down, click Minecraft. And then today we're actually going to do the Voyage Aquatic, the aquatic voyage. So we'll hit start. It's going to come up with a video. I'm going to actually close out of that video. It is a fantastic video. I'm going to be Alex. We've got our directions up here. It says you need supplies for the voyage ahead. Collect a boat from the chest. Can hit OK. I can also have it read it to me by clicking the read a button. And it looks like it's trying to tell me an image is there. I could hit play. It'll read it to me, and then I could go hit this back arrow. So I've got my options here. This is my toolbox. This is my workspace. And this is where the game runs. These are the directions up here. So I will need, let's see. They've given me one, so I want to see how far I go. There, you can see there's a little grid here, so I do know that I need to go one more space forward. Perfect, I was able to get a boat out of the treasure chest. When you see this come up, this is a great sign to pause the video, so that way you can try the next puzzle on your own and then come back and see what I've done. And just a reminder, just because I've solved the puzzle one way doesn't mean that it's the only way or the more correct way to solve it. Some of these puzzles have multiple ways to solve said problem, or multiple ways to solve the challenges. So now I have to turn, and it matters which way my character is facing. So my character right now is actually facing the same way I am. So I'm facing forward and my character is facing forward. If my character was not, then I would turn my body so that I'm facing the way that they're facing. And then a helpful trick, a backwards L, that's turning to the right, and a forward L is turning to the left. So I know that my character is facing forward. I'm going to go forward one space, so that way I'm here, and then I'll turn to the right, so that way I'm facing it, and then we'll go from there. So first I need to move forward, which should put me right about here, and then I need to turn. So I'm decomposing this. I'm taking a big problem and breaking it down into smaller problems. I can then go ahead and hit move forward, and I know that this is going to be the last block I need, because this says this puzzle is able to be done in 5 out of 5 blocks, and that does include the when run. So if you see a dark green circle, that just means that you've solved the puzzle in the fastest way, where we're using the least amount of blocks possible. If you see a light green circle up here, that means that there may have been a faster way to have done that problem, whether it's you added an extra block or just didn't use a repeat loop or whatnot. So we're striving to get dark green circles. And then you can hit run and reset as many times as you want. There's no penalty for doing that. And I was able to get into the boat. So I'll hit continue. You can pause the video here if you're following along. Now this time I need to get the oars. So we're going to go over here, or I have the oars. I need to go over and get the fish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to, I counted that, but I could have just taken 8 minus 1 and gotten 7, because that 1 is this block. So I know that I need 7 of these. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Oops. If you see this, that means that it is not connected to the other code and it will not be run. So if I hit run right now, I would stop one space in front of the fish. So I need to connect this to the bottom. You would hear a click when you snap new blocks in. But I have my site muted right now just to make it a little bit easier to hear me. But you would hear a click that came in. So I will go ahead and hit run, and the character will move to get the fish. I will hit continue. Another video has shown up. It's a great video. It's going to be talking about repeat until blocks. So in other words, on this one, I could have told my character, I could have told Alex to keep going forward until they've gotten to the fish. So the computer will constantly check to see if they've gotten to the fish, and if not, then they'll just keep going. So this one says, let's feed the cod, so the fish that we just caught, to the dolphin. Use a repeat until block to get across the ocean faster. So instead of having to go move forward, move forward, move forward, I'm going to use a repeat until goal. And since it's the same path for me, I could go move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. But now the computer will check to say move forward. The goal is the dolphin. Am I at the dolphin? Nope. Am I at the dolphin? Yes. Then go ahead and stop. We'll hit continue. Now this one, there's a shell hidden in this treasure chest, and we need to get it out. And it looks like we're going to use a repeat until goal. So sometimes when I can't find the pattern right away, I decide to try it without it. So I would move forward. That would put me here, I believe. Yeah, so that didn't work. So there's got to be some kind of error in here. So what I would do is, let's see, the first thing I would do, so I'm not going to worry about this pink block right now. I'm going to worry about solving the problem. I'm going to go turn to the right. And that makes me looking this way. I would move forward then. Okay, that puts me right about here. And I would move forward again. Actually, let's see if that worked. Okay, now I need to turn to the right again. So I can do that. So I'm taking this one step at a time. Oh, does not look like I moved forward enough. So I'm going to squish another move forward in there. There we go. Now it looks like I'm going to have to go move forward, move forward. So I'm going to have to go move forward again. And let's see what that does. And I was able to get it. So I'm actually going to hit restart on that because I see that this is a pattern. Right, forward, forward, right, forward, forward. So whatever is being repeated, I'm going to have it, now that I know what my pattern is, what pattern I'm looking for, I'm going to have it go inside the repeat until loop. So they will go turn right, move forward, forward, turn right, forward, forward. And I was able to get to the shell. And then for this one, this is going to be an interesting one. This one's going to have a repeat loop inside a repeat loop, because I see that the pattern that I'm going to take is going to be forward, forward, forward. So that way I'll be here, and then I turn right. Forward, forward, forward. Then I'm going to turn left. So I'm going to try that, because I know that this is going to be all the same pattern. So I'm going to go up this way. And I want them to do a repeat forward. And then I want to turn right. I'm not putting this inside the repeat loop, but I am putting it inside the repeat until goal. So then if I did that, I'd be forward, 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 turn right. I then want forward, forward, forward again. So I'm going to have a repeat loop, not in the other repeat loop. I just want it inside the repeat until goal. And then I'm going to have it move forward again. So that way it'll be move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right, move forward, move forward, move forward. If I turn right, I'm just going to keep coming back down this way. So I need to have a turn left. The way that I can change that is by clicking this drop down arrow and then selecting left. So move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right, or turn left, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right, move forward, move forward, move forward. And then it would, if it needed to, maybe the fish was up here, it would turn left again if I needed to. But it's going to keep going through that pattern until it reaches the fish. There we go. So we have a repeat loop inside of a repeat loop on that one. And the reason why is because move forward, move forward, move forward. That's something that repeats. That's something that's happening over and over and over again. So I just made it easier. This video is going to come up about conditionals. Conditionals are if-then statements. So if it is raining outside, then bring an umbrella. But you wouldn't necessarily bring an umbrella unless it was raining. If the path curves to the right, then go to the right. Or if my robot sees red, then I want it to turn right. Something like that. So this one looks like we've got a repeat until goal. And if the path, and we want it to keep going forward. So keep going forward. So this right now says repeat until goal. Keep going forward. Move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. But we are going to have to make some turns when we come up to it. So this is the conditional. We're going to make our character smarter. So instead of just, because eventually, if I tell them to just keep moving forward, keep moving forward, keep moving forward, they're eventually just going to hit their head and continuously hit their head on this wall because that's what they're coded to do, and they can't actually reach the goal. So while they're moving forward, we're going to have them check to see if the path goes to the right, then they should turn right. And then they'll just keep moving forward, 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 forward until they can't. If the path turns again, then we've coded them to say what they're going to do. Okay, so my path turned here. Oh, my path turned here again. Excellent. I was able to get it. Because that would have taken me a whole lot longer to do. Oh, and it actually turns out that I did it with 5 blocks instead of the 7 that code.org said was possible. So we've made it so that they're smarter. So instead of just hitting the wall, we'll turn right because the path goes to the right, turn right again. And we were able to get the treasure. I'll hit continue on that. With this one, we are going to do this until we get to the goal. So what do I want to do first? What's the first thing that I need to do in order to get to this fish? Well, I need to go forward. I'm going to keep going forward. But if I keep going forward, I'll eventually just start running into this wall. So I want it to be that every time my path goes to, let's see, if I go forward, 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 my path right now turns to the right. So I'm going to have a turn to the right block. So my path turns, I should turn to the right. After I complete my turn, I should move forward, 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 forward. Oh, it turned to the right again. Forward, 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 forward. Oh, turns to the right. Forward, 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 forward. So I was able to do this in 2 less blocks than what code.org says. So they'll just keep going until they'll follow this forward right path until they get their goal. Now this one we're going to, instead of telling it when we're turning, so we don't have a clear path here. And I know that because the last one, we had a big water path and it was telling us exactly where to go. That makes it very easy for when we want to tell the character to turn right or left because they're following the path. But now, and their path is all one color, but I've got some sandy color here, I've got blue here, I've got red here, I've got white planks here. Now there's not a clear path for me. So what I'm going to do is what would I need to do until I keep going, or until I get to the goal, which in this case is the treasure chest. Well, I would need to go forward. So I know that that's going to happen. But I can't keep going forward once I get to here. However, I can tell the computer to check for a blue tile to see if I'm standing on one. So if I did that, every time I get on a blue coral, and I want to see what would happen because it's not just going to be for this coral, it's going to be for this one, anytime I'm standing on it. So repeat until goal, I will move forward. If I am standing on a blue coral, which means I need to check for a blue coral. So if I'm here, nope, not a blue coral. Okay, keep going. Not a blue coral, nope, keep going. Not a blue coral, keep going. So if I'm standing on it, what would I need to do here? Because I know that I'm going to go all the way up straight. So if I was standing here, what would I need to do? Well, if I turn left, then I hit this purple thing. But if I turn right, I can keep moving forward. Okay, so now I'm on another blue one. Again, if I turn left, I'm going to go into this like seagrass or whatever this is. But if I turn right, remember to move your body so that you're looking the way that your person is looking. If I go right, I could stand here. Okay, do I need anything here, or is this just kind of a decoration piece? If I go left, I would be here. But if I go right, I would be over here. So I don't think I need this one right now, but I'm going to test it out just to see what happens. So I'm going to have it turn right is what I've decided, because I've noticed that at least 2 of these I can turn right on. and that would be beneficial to me getting my goal. I've turned right. I'm going to turn right on this one. I don't think I need to code for this one. Okay. I do think I'm right that I don't think I need this one, but however, I'm trying to go forward and I can't go forward anymore. So maybe I'll have it check for two things. If I'm standing on red, I don't want to go left, because if I go left, I'll be over here and there's no way for me to connect to the treasure chest. I have to go all the way around. So if I turned right here, actually, I do want to turn left because my character is facing me right now. So if I turned left right here, then I could go all the way to this blue coral, which I would need to turn right again. And then if I stand on my left one, I can go this way. So I'm going to tell it to turn left. Oops. So I keep going. We're checking for two things. Oh, I'm on a right or a blue one. I'll turn right. Oh, another blue one. I'll turn right. Now I'm on this one. I turned left. Oh, wait, I need to turn again. Need to turn again. Need to turn again. We'll keep going. When I get on this one, I'm going to turn right. And I was able to get the treasure. Excellent. So that way, I used the parts of the map that were already there for me. And I looked through two of them. I said, well, I would need to turn right here. Turning right on this blue coral would be beneficial. This one didn't help me at all, this like wood plank thing. But this one did. And I noticed that there were two of them, and every time I stood on it, turning left was helpful. So I think to myself, okay, would turning left be helpful here? Yes. Is it helpful for here too? Because if it's not, then this wouldn't necessarily be helpful. So we want to make sure that if we're standing on any red tile, that we check that it's always the same. So for example, if this one wasn't good for me to turn left, then I wouldn't be using if standing on block, because it needs to be consistent for all of them. So for this one, I'm trying to get to the squid, and I'm going to keep moving forward. I do see a kind of like a little pattern here going on. So I'm going to keep moving forward because my goal is to get to this sea lantern. So I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to check what would I do on this sea lantern, this like light thing. I would turn right. Okay, so then I would keep going forward, keep forward. What happens when I get to here? What would I need to do now? Would turning right still be helpful? Turning left would not be, but turning right would. So I know for at least two of these lanterns, turning right is actually very beneficial. So then I would keep going. And then if I were to turn right again, I would go over here. So now I know that three of these so far, turning right works. If I go to this one, turning right works again. And if I go to this one, turning right gets me to the squid. So that I know that every single time I stand on a sea lantern, every single time I'm going to turn right, I'm going to tell the computer to look for that for me so that I don't have to do it. So the computer will check to see if every time I'm standing on a sea lantern, if I'm standing on a sea lantern, then turn right. Because I just tested it without going through the code. I went through and went to every single sea lantern and thought, okay, what would I do here? Is it the same as what I've done on a previous sea lantern? So the computer is checking for sea lanterns. There's one. There's one. So this would be a massive code if I had to do this without the repeat until, because I would have to have a ton of move forwards, and it would also be a lot longer if I didn't have a standing on sea lantern. There we go. So noticing those patterns sometimes is hard, but if it is ever too hard, definitely feel free to just write it all out. Move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. Okay, turn right. And then move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right. Oh, I notice that every single time I stand on the sea lantern, I turn right. So if it's ever too hard, try it without the repeat loops and the conditional statements and see what happens there. This one, it says we need to build a wall of this material, and that should work. So this is a square, and squares are patterns. They always turn the same way. Move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn right. So I've noticed that every single time I turn, I'm actually standing on a sea lantern. So I'm going to have, so instead of repeat until goal, my goal is that I build this structure. So repeat until structure is completed. I know the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward. Move forward, move forward, move forward, and then that should put me here. But notice that this is repeating. Forward, forward, forward. That's repeating. So instead, I don't need 5 times, just 3 will do. I can put a 3 in there. Perfect. So I'm going to go move forward, move forward, move forward. Oh, I need to put a move forward in here. Oops. After I've done that, I'm going to have it check. I'm curious to see if I put this in here, if it'll work. Because I wanted to check after it does its repeat loop. If it doesn't work, then I have a feeling it's going to have to go here. But actually, you know what? Let's try it there first. I want to see if I'm standing on sand. That is not sand. These are sand. So this like tannish color. Those are sea lanterns. I'm going to turn right every single time I stand on one of these. I am still curious to see if that would have worked. Oh. Oh, I know what happened. It's because I'm already standing on a sea lantern. So let's see what happens if I put this in here. Oh, perfect. Oh, I know exactly what I forgot to do. Okay, but that's okay. So the reason that this challenge wasn't complete is because I forgot to add the place prismarine. So this will just keep going and going and going because the structure is not complete. However, the path itself worked. So I will have it move forward, place material, move forward, place material, move forward, place material, then check and see if you're standing on a sea lantern. Actually, it might be okay if I put it here too. So now we're getting some buildings places. No, so the order of that, it didn't like that. So I'm going to try it there. I'm going to try this one to see if it wants to do it then. There is an easier way to do this. Because it is a square, I could have done move forward and then place the prismarine. I'm actually going to reset that. I could have done it this way. Place the material. So I'm going to have it move forward. And then I'm going to have it check if I'm standing on a sea lantern, not sand. I don't need sand. And then for every single time I am on one, I will turn right. So this says, keep doing this code until the building is complete. Move forward. If I'm standing on a sea lantern, then go ahead and turn right. But if I'm not, this says complete until the building is, keep doing this code until the building is completed. Move forward, check to see if you're standing on a sea lantern. If you are, then turn right, and then place a material after that. So I'm going to use this code just because it was a little bit more condensed. And the same thing is happening over and over and over again. So we just checked, and then we placed one. And the reason I have it placing the material afterwards is because we want to make sure that it places it on the sea lantern spot too. Otherwise, the building won't be complete. And then now we've got our materials. This one video is going to come up. This is a free create. So we've got lots of different blocks. We can spawn things now. Spawn just means to place it in the environment. So we've got cods, dolphins, salmon, a whole bunch of stuff. I can place things down. I've got more options than I had before. I've got lots of different colored corals. I've got sea lanterns. I can turn right and left if the path is going straight, to the right, to the left. If we're standing on a material, we've got a repeat loop. So this is just a create your own kind of world thing. You can actually, if you keep going down, the map will extend for you. So if I just spawn a cod there, just right where I'm standing, I could hit finish, so that way I could save my game, I could copy the link, I could send it to a phone, I can keep playing, or I can hit finish. So definitely let us know what you have created in Puzzle 12, that free-for-all kind of level. And let us know what blocks you use. How did you make your underwater adventure, underwater scene? I hope that you have had fun coding on Minecraft, and we will see you soon. Thank you.